It's time now to ask the expert. Here to answer your questions live on air is Julianna Lyddon. Okay, so our first question is from Vince in Phoenix. What is your recommendation for people when processing the feeling of guilt when saying no? Okay, that's a good question because I always feel guilty when I say no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you do. It's very, very normal. And this is where sometimes you might need someone to help you kind of move through it because the feelings can be a lot if you've lived a lifetime not doing this, right? So it's really about reminding yourself, hey, why am I doing this? What has happened in the past that's triggering me, and I'm making changes for my benefit.
Yeah.
And as you do that, you get stronger and stronger with that.
Yeah. And sometimes I think, like, after I say no, I think, well, what if I had said yes? I would feel terrible too, right?
Well, and you probably had years of feeling that way.
Yeah.
So that's when the boundary needs to be created, right? Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Good stuff. Eric from Phoenix says, my boss keeps bugging me with texts, emails, and phone calls on my personal time. How do I set a boundary without being offensive?
That is a good one. And sometimes we feel as the employee that we can't really do that.
Right.
But we are being taken advantage of because that's not your job description, right? 24/7.
Yes.
So it is important to just go to him, and I recommend in person. You know, some people say,
Behind
can I
closed
text?
doors.
Yeah. And just say, hey, look, this is what's happening. And I really need to say, I value my free time. It's really important for me and my family. And I would appreciate it if maybe we could find a happy medium here, win-win, where if it's an emergency, I'm there. But if not, I need to have this downtime. You just have to, you know, it's not mean.
Right. It's
But
not
you're
mean.
standing in your power.
Yeah. And I think the tone and the professionalism
Is
goes
everything.
a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
Really,
does.
so
Okay.
true.
Yes, all right. So let's see, this one. How many times would you try to communicate a new boundary? People that take advantage or don't pay attention to how pushy they can come across when they generally think their way is the right way. Ooh.
And this is when you have to do it and reinforce it as many times as you need to in order to make it stick. So again, it depends how long has this been happening?
Right.
And for those people that are closest to us, like I said in the segment, they're gonna really push and pull. They're not gonna like you being like this. What's this? Why are you acting that way?
Right, right.
You know, so you have to keep reinforcing it every time it comes up.
Yep. Stand in your power.
Stand in your power is our
Love that.
mantra.
I love that. Okay, Tara from Avondale says, my family is always asking me to travel to them for the holidays, but never returns the favor. How do I tell them I'm tired of it and it's too stressful and expensive? So true, right?
Well, maybe they could help. Maybe you could say,
foot
hey,
the
look,
bill for my flight?"
I'm willing to do it if you fly us out.
Right.
You know, and sometimes you have to divide it up. Look, I'm willing to come out for a couple of days, but this is sacred time. Okay. We need to have this time with our family now. The kids are getting older. We're creating our own traditions.
Yes.
It is normal that kind of takes shape. So again, find that place that works. And if it doesn't, you just say, hey, this year it's not going to work.
Okay.
It's just not going to work.
Yeah. Oof. All right.
Well.
All right. Okay. So Chris, he mentioned, come on in. I'm not going to make you text a question, but you said that you had a question for Julianna.
Right.
Yes.
I was curious, does birth order play into all of this? You have the baby of the family, you have the firstborn, and then you have some of us who are right
children.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Yes, it does play into it. Well, you know, in our family, Luke actually has a nickname, the baby child.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
and they
well.
call him that because they feel he gets, you know, this great treatment that sometimes the others don't. So you bet, but it can go the other way. The younger one can also be looked down upon like, oh, well, I'm not going to respect you. The older one may be able to get away with more of it and dictate how it goes on. They might have an easier time setting boundaries because of that pecking order. Right?
Okay.
And the middle child can get lost.
And we're just kind of
stuck
in the middle
Yeah.
somewhere.
And so you're going to get it from the younger one and get it from the older one. So you've got to be clear.
Yeah.
And just because you're in that role, you know, birth order,
Yep.
you still have the right to what?
Stand
Set
in
those
your
boundaries.
power.
Right. You too.
And
Say it
use
with
your
me.
voice.
Stand in your power, Chris. We can do this. Okay, Julianna, I love you. You're so great. Thank you so
Thank
very
you.
much. What was it again?
Stand in my corner.
We're going to work on him. All right.
Stay over here.